Growing up in the 1960s and 70s, we were told that our country was the greatest country on earth, and those were the years of some of the greatest achievements. Our country had a lot of faults, but there was a sense of optimism that anything was possible. Great things are only possible if a society values the truth. Science is unbendable. There is no bending it to fit your needs. Our leaders worked together for the good of the community. Okay, so what does this have to do with our efforts to legalize ferrets? Fast forward to today. Now, the quest for knowledge often becomes the quest for power. Important facts are bent and science is disregarded. We are experiencing the same thing with the ferret issue in California. Domestic ferrets are domestic animals. How hard is that? Domestic animals are legal as per the California Civil Code. We are entitled to ownership of our domestic animals, and we are charged to give them proper care. But in California, our Fish and Game Commission classifies the domestic ferret as a wild animal and says they are not normally domesticated in this state as determined by the Commission. Why? Because domestic house pets are regulated by the Department of Health Services. Wild animals are regulated by the Fish and Game Commission. The Fish and Game Commission has not budged from its ignorance on the issue of the legalization of domestic ferrets. Of course, we think they really do know that domestic ferrets are not wild animals, and they've shown their willingness to bend science to achieve their goals. California's 3rd District Court of Appeal ruled that certain species of bumblebees are indeed fish because they are invertebrates, thereby extending the legal protection of endangered species to them. A bee is a fish? Really? The ruling came on a petition filed by agricultural organizations which sought legal protection for the bees. The Fish and Game Commission argued that the California Endangered Species Act, or CESA, is only applicable to birds, mammals, fish, amphibians, reptiles, and plants, and not insects. To oppose this, a case against state wildlife officials was filed, seeking to bring 4 bumblebee species: the crotch, Franklin, Suckly cuckoo, and the western bumblebee under CESA. The Almond Alliance of California versus Fish and Game Commission then reached the California State Appellate Court of the 3rd District, where judges used liberal interpretation of the word fish to place bumblebees under it. Why is it now acceptable to fudge the facts to achieve what you want? Domestic ferrets are domestic animals, already legal in 48 states. Hey California, what's up? There is no way a bumblebee is a fish. It's time to change the law, not the classification. This travesty of science, again, allows the Fish and Game Commission to ignore the ferret issue. Domestic ferrets are classified as wild, and if science doesn't matter, there's nothing we can do. This isn't right. Misusing science like this causes so many problems, including sadness for ferret owners. Stand with us. Stand with what is right. Integrity demands that ferrets and bumblebees be properly classified. For more information and to show your support for our ferrets, visit LegalizeFerrets.org.